Welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to be answering your most burning questions and doing a wine tasting together while we do it.
Guess what I'm more excited about?
Wine tasting.
You got that right.
We are so excited because today's video is sponsored by Illicit Wine Project. They make the most delicious wines and we just got the intro to Illicit curated box. So we're going to taste a few of these with you while we answer your questions. So with their subscription, you can build a box from 1 to 12 bottles, and the more bottles that you subscribe to, you'll get a bigger discount. If you subscribe to a full case, which is 12 bottles, you get 15% off and penny shipping, which is really cool.
Wow.
I put all of their information in the description below, so make sure to check them out, and we are gonna get to your questions and to the wine. Harry is gonna pick our first bottle of wine.
I'll be the sommelier tonight.
Okay.
The first bottle of the night is going to be a Murph Rosé.
So this rosé wine is predominantly a blend of Rhone varietals, crisp and refreshing with notes of kiwi, mango, white peach, and grapefruit. This wine has a delightful bouquet of strawberry and cream, followed by a long, smooth finish.
Sounds lovely.
I'm excited.
Let's try it.
All right.
Cheers.
Oh,
Wow, that is very nice.
that is really refreshing. If you like rosés, you will instantly love
Yeah.
this. Even if you don't like rosé, this
You
is
can
really
really
good.
taste the peach.
This is maybe one of my favorite rosés I've ever tasted.
It's very clean, very crisp.
So the first question is the most frequently asked question. When do you want to have another baby? I would be ready anytime, and I don't think you're ready
It's
yet.
not about being ready. I really wanted to travel with Isabella. We didn't really get to this summer. So I'd like to have one summer with her where we could travel with her and not really have to worry about a baby. Maybe during that travel experience, we can, try.
Okay, so baby number 2, possibly coming after summer 2021.
Or during summer 2021.
We have a lot we need to get through over these next few months, but there's really never going to be the right time. But we do want another baby, and we're hoping in the next year or so that it will happen. I think is the same page answer. But if it happened before,
Sip break? Sippy.
a lot of questions about the house. So we'll kind of put a few together. So how did you two decide where to build your first home? How's it going? And when is the exact date that you guys are moving into your new house? We looked for a year in various neighborhoods in our area, and we couldn't find the house that we wanted for the price that we were looking. So we ended up going back to an original development that was building new construction, and it actually wasn't in the location exactly that we wanted. So that's what took us so long to decide.
But it was a brand new house. So.
But it was a brand new house, and we finally pulled the trigger. And it was really for me when we saw the lot. So you can pick any lot in the neighborhood really, but we pulled up to this lot and I said to Harry, I was like, this is 100% our lot. It had incredible energy, and I just love the lot so much that it felt like home. And it's going great. The house, we are scheduled to close in early November. A few things are delayed, so I would say sometime within mid-November.
Yep.
And we have a few things we need to do after we close, but luckily we're not in a rush, and hopefully we'll be in before or right after Thanksgiving. Next wine is the Liquid Light Sauvignon Blanc. This wine is all about the harmonization of the lively acidity and the fresh fruit of Washington State Sauvignon Blanc. The aroma and palate are full of green pineapple, lime zest, and pink grapefruit. The final blend is full of tropical fruit aromas and flavor that match nicely with the finish. I feel like I'm gonna love this one.
Sounds delightful.
Oh,
How's it smell?
smells incredible.
Smells very fruity.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I love this.
Very light and
Wow.
refreshing.
How does Harry react with the social media reach you have? How do you feel about social media and me being on social media?
I'm perfectly fine with it. I think it's kind of the new age of magazines. You get to follow people that you like and things that you're interested in, and they get to share about their life, and you gives people an opportunity to relate to you, and I guess to reach other people and inspire them. And so I think I'm totally down for it.
I have to say something about Harry that I have loved from the start is when we met, I was just starting my blogging career and a career in social media. And at the time, it wasn't as common. I felt a lot of people kind of made fun of me. And when Harry and I started talking, he supported it so much and he was my #1 fan, and I would send him every photo before I posted it, and I'd be like, what do you think about this? And he was just always, he never thought it was silly or made me feel stupid that I was so passionate about sharing my life on the internet and connecting with so many different people, because at the time it just wasn't really popular. So that was something I loved, and my advice would be to always be with someone who supports your dreams and supports your passions, because nothing that excites you or makes you happy is stupid.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing with Melissa is you see what you get. You get to see a beautiful woman inside and out who's raising a wonderful family, and I'm very lucky that we get to share it with all of you.
That's so nice. I love this wine.
Maybe it's the wine talking.
What were your first impressions of each other?
We spoke about this last night because I said to her, the first thing that attracted me to her is like how beautiful she was. She's like, well, that wasn't what attracted me about you. And I was like, oh, that's nice of you to say.
That is not what I
But
said.
she said what she went on to say is that the true beauty is the person's inner beauty. And I said to her, yeah, but you can't. So I feel like for me, it was hard. Like sometimes you don't get to that inner beauty unless your eyes are drawn to that person.
We're just talking first impressions.
First impressions were that she was absolutely gorgeous.
Are we talking at the when we first met at the bowling alley?
Well, at the bowling alley, it was just looks, because I didn't really know you that well. You didn't say much. So I would say that like our first encounter when you came out to LA with your sister, we just had like I was like, wow, this is a girl that likes to have fun, that is very carefree, non-judgmental, and just enjoys life. And that's what attracted to me her at first.
Outside of looks, my first impression of you is that you have so much confidence, and so many people love you. Like everybody that I met you through was just like, I love Harry. He's the funniest guy in the world. I think just your charisma and your confidence, it was my first impression. All right, the next wine is the Sinners and Saints Chardonnay. Bright aromas of slightly toasted pears with underlying citrus notes lead to a heavenly mix of fresh pear and ripe melon flavors. The creamy yet juicy mouthful will have you thinking this wine was made with divine intervention. Let's sniff.
Give it a little twirly. Yeah.
Ooh, you can definitely taste the pear.
Yeah, and the citrus.
This is a you wine. I can tell you really like this.
It's a little bit more bold.
It's more bold
than the last one. I do like it.
It is creamy. Like that's a great way to describe it.
It is very creamy.
You two ever fight? If so, about what?
We never actually really fight. We've had a couple fights that I can say for sure were my fault. But most of the time I think it's just bickering and just more of like you live with that person, so you get to know their tendencies, and certain things just tick you off and kind of set you off at the same time.
My most annoying qualities.
I have to continue to follow up with you to make sure you get things done.
I think what's most annoying, I hate saying that.
It's okay.
I love you.
I'm annoying.
You know it's so annoying?
To interrupt what she's like with a random annoying thought when she's having her own thought. That's what I do
You're
all the
doing
time.
it right now. Harry interrupts everybody, and it is so embarrassing and so rude. Like, if we're out with friends and someone's trying to tell a story, you have to finish people's sentences, and you don't let people have their own punchline or share the rest of their story, and it's so annoying. So this is the Born of Fire Cabernet Sauvignon. Born of Fire epitomizes the terroir of the burn. This rugged yet elegant wine leads with herbal expressive aromas laced with pomegranate and stony minerals. Upon tasting the wine, powdery tannins frame flavors of cherry, currant, savory spice, and red pepper. A green coffee inflected finish rounds out the overall experience. We love Cabernet. There's red pepper in here, and that's what I'm smelling.
Yep. Cheers.
Cheers, my love. love Cab.
Oh, that's good. I mean, that doesn't even need time to breathe, and
It's so
excellent.
smooth.
Yeah.
This is incredibly smooth.
I love the cherry flavor of this one.
I want you to answer this, to hear your thoughts. How does Harry support you when you're having a bad day?
Sometimes not so well, sometimes very well. Sometimes I don't listen to Melissa and what she has to say. Instead, I try to come up with solutions and just saying, hey, everything's gonna be okay, like, and listen to her and say, hey, I'm with you, I understand you. Sometimes I try to come up with solutions to the issues she's having, and that's sometimes bother her. It's really, I mean well when I do it, but sometimes I just need to sit back, listen, not have an answer, and just say, hey, I'm here for you with whatever you need.
My biggest pet peeve is when I say to him, like, oh, this happened, I'm having a bad day, and he tries to force me to be in a good mood or to be like, well, don't let that bother you. But what I love is when he's like, wow, I'm so sorry that happened, and that sucks.
Yeah, I'm here for you.
And sometimes that feels so much better because I usually get over things on my own. And so we've had to talk through that a lot because Harry is the first, and I love that about him. He's the first person that wants to come in and make everything better. But sometimes you just need to be down.
Yeah, no, you're right. Cheers to me. Can we do this wine tasting with every
This
Q&A?
is amazing.
This is the best night I've had in years.
Someone asked, who farts more?
Who had the courage on a Q&A to ask the question, who farts more? These are the type of questions I really excel at, but man,
Harry wants
that is a bold question, just like this wine. Who farts more? We all know I fart like way more. I think I've heard Melissa fart like 6 times. 6 times a day for me, for Melissa.
The last wine we will be tasting is the Intrinsic Red Wine Blend. This wine opens with refined notes of raspberry, white tea leaves, a hint of fresh mint, and lavender. The flavors are layered with milk chocolate fig reduction, dark plum, and licorice root, and the texture is angular yet sophisticated with chocolate ganache details in the finish. Ooh, cheers.
That's my favorite. That's really good.
You actually can taste the chocolate.
Yeah, 1000%, and the raspberry.
What's your favorite memory with each other?
I'm not gonna go with like the obvious where we got engaged, but my favorite memory is on that same trip when we took the train from Florence down to Naples and we rented a car and we drove to our hotel on the Amalfi Coast, and on the way we listened to Rufus de Sol, and forever that will be one of my favorite memories, just because of how beautiful the scenery was, and it was just me, and I just got engaged, and we were just like over the moon. I was just over the moon for her. I still am, but it was just such a beautiful, amazing experience.
I think my favorite memory with you was when I gave birth to Izzy, because so many people were like, don't let your husband watch, like make sure he stays behind you, and Harry was like right there. Yeah. He held my leg while I gave birth, and I thought it was such a beautiful experience, and I remember just feeling
the most beautiful experience.
And I felt like this instinct, like we're so close, but yeah. I felt so connected, and I felt such a special bond in that moment.
To watch that experience, I will never forget.
All right. I want
you guys.
Stop. I want to thank everyone who submitted questions. If you want us to keep going and do a part 2, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Leave us a comment below, and also check out Illicit Wine Project. These wines,
get a big thumbs up.
These wines were amazing. Honestly, give this video a big thumbs up for Illicit Wine Project. We love these, and we'll keep trying more. We'll give you guys some feedback, and make sure to let us know what you want to see next week on our channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Cheers.
Peace and love.